Most mobile games give you a path to follow, but some games just drop you into a world and let you do whatever you want. No rules, no restrictions, just pure freedom. And honestly, a few of these feel way bigger than they should on a phone. Let's start with the Division Resurgence. At first, it feels like a normal shooter. You take cover, clear enemies, move on. But the more time you spend in it, the more open it starts to feel. You're not just following a straight path anymore. You begin to explore different areas at your own pace. You start paying attention to your gear, your build, your playstyle. Some fights you take head-on, others you approach more carefully. And that choice alone makes a big difference. The world itself feels detailed and active. You don't feel like you're just passing through it. You feel like you're actually part of it. There's always something to do, something to check, something to improve. And before you realize it, you're not just playing missions anymore. You're spending time in the game because you want to. And that's where it really starts to stand out.
We gotta let everybody know Grove is back on the map. Johnson Brothers is rolling again.
Hey, Carl Johnson, CJ. You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
GTA San Andreas is just pure freedom. This is one of those games that never really tells you what you have to do. Yes, there's a story, but it's completely up to you if you want to follow it. You can jump into missions or ignore everything completely. Drive around the city, explore random areas, or just mess around. You can create chaos or just take it slow and enjoy the world. There's always something happening around you. And the best part is, it doesn't feel forced. You're not being pushed in one direction. You're just existing in the world and doing what you feel like. Even small things feel fun here. Just driving around can turn into something unexpected. And that unpredictability keeps it interesting. It's simple, but it works perfectly. That's why it still feels so open even today. Police Simulator Patrol takes a completely different approach. Instead of breaking rules, you're the one enforcing them. And that instantly changes how you play. You're not rushing into chaos. You're observing, thinking, and reacting. Every situation feels a bit different. You stop vehicles, check documents, handle incidents, and your decisions actually matter. You can't just act randomly. You have to pay attention to what's going on. That slower pace makes everything feel more real. It's not about action all the time. It's about control and responsibility. And surprisingly, that gives you a different kind of freedom. You're not limited by speed, you're guided by your choices. And that's what makes it stand out.
Every mountain tells a novel. Every street a canvas.
Free life is exactly what the name suggests. There's no pressure here, no strict objective pushing you forward. You're just placed into a world and left to figure things out. You decide what you want to do. You decide how you want to play. There's no right or wrong way to approach it, and that makes it feel very relaxed. At the same time, it can get surprisingly engaging because the freedom is always there. You can experiment, explore, or just spend time in the environment. There's nothing forcing you to move quickly. You can take your time with everything, and that slow pace actually works in its favor. It feels simple at first, but it grows on you. Seven Deadly Sins' origin feels much bigger than you expect. From the moment you start, the world feels open and alive. You're not restricted to one path or one playstyle. You can move around freely and explore different areas. The environment feels detailed and well-designed. There's always something interesting to look at. Combat feels smooth and responsive, but it doesn't force you into constant action. You can slow down and just explore if you want. That balance makes it feel comfortable to play. You're not being rushed through content. You're allowed to experience it at your own pace. And visually, it stands out a lot. It doesn't feel limited like many mobile games. It feels closer to a full-scale experience. And that's what makes it impressive. Off the road is where freedom really starts to shine. There are no fixed paths here. If you see a place, you can go there. Mountains, rivers, rough terrain, it's all open. You're not restricted to roads or directions. You can drive however you want. And that changes how you approach everything. Every route feels like your own choice. Sometimes you take the easy way, sometimes you challenge yourself with difficult terrain, and both feel rewarding in their own way. The physics add to the experience. You actually feel the terrain while driving. It's not just movement, it's interaction. And that makes every moment feel different. No two sessions feel exactly the same. Pure crime is straight chaos. It throws you into an open world and lets you figure things out. There's no strict way to play. You can follow missions or ignore them completely. You can explore, fight, or just make your own fun. And that unpredictability makes it interesting. You never really know what's going to happen next. Sometimes things go smoothly, sometimes everything turns into chaos instantly, and that's part of the appeal. It doesn't try to control your experience, it lets you shape it yourself. The world feels active enough to keep you engaged. There's always something happening around you, and you can choose how to respond to it. That freedom keeps it entertaining. Mad Out 2 feels raw, but in a good way. It doesn't try to guide you too much. You just jump in and start doing whatever you want. Driving, fighting, exploring, it's all open. It's not perfect, but that's part of its charm. The chaos feels natural, not forced. You can experiment with different things, try random actions and see what happens. And the game just lets it happen. There's no restriction stopping you. You're free to create your own moments. Some of them will be messy, some of them will be surprisingly fun. And that unpredictability keeps it fresh. You don't feel limited here. You just play the way you want.
Killed our leader. I'll straighten out you lot later. First, I'll rip this one's head off!
Game of Thrones Kingsroad feels all about scale. The world feels big from the start, and it only gets bigger as you keep playing. You're not just moving from one point to another, you're exploring a world that feels alive. There are characters, locations, and events happening around you, and you're part of that world. You can take your time and explore everything, or move forward at your own pace. Nothing feels rushed. You're allowed to experience it slowly, and that makes it more immersive. You notice more details, you get more involved in what's happening, and the deeper you go, the more it opens up. That sense of scale really stands out.
Hello, old friend. It's been a long time.
Hello, brother. It's good to see you. I heard you was coming. Took your time, no?
You kill peasants, you become a peasant.
And then there's Red Dead Redemption on mobile. This is more than just a game. It's a full world you can step into. From the moment you start, everything feels detailed. You can explore at your own pace. You're not forced to rush anything. You can interact with the world in different ways. Small moments start to matter more. Just driving around can feel enjoyable. You notice the environment, the atmosphere. It feels alive in a quiet way. You're not just completing objectives, you're experiencing the world itself. And that's what makes it different. There are no real limits here. You just play how you want. So yeah, those were mobile games where you can do almost anything. If you had to pick one to try first, which one would it be?